Back in my old life, I always wondered what was around the corner I didn't take, down the road I didn't go. That's how I ended up here, up to my elbows in machine grease, rigging bombs. Relax, my friend, I got plenty of experience blowing shit up. I got a handle on death and the instruments thereof, and no desire to see the infinite darkness claim any of us quite yet. These mechanical servants of the Reaper will stay still and silent till I'm good and ready to push that button. Traveling the big country's taught me everything from bull riding to bonsai, enough to cause a man to lose his appetite for destruction. But circumstances require us to yield to the greater good, even when that greater good isn't all that pretty. Road here said I'd be pitching in with soft-shell lobster season. Instead, I found nightmare country, maybe the very rotten heartland of it. But I'm philosophizing. Life is sacred. Every moment is precious. Which brings us right back around to blowing up dead guys. I've got no shortage of time or ideas. What I'm lacking is the nuts and bolts of it. I could fill a shopping cart down Main Street, but getting out there and back, that's what's kicking my ass, my friend. My passion for this life is my greatest weakness. Out there on the road, I found serene understanding of just what there is, which is more than I could ever want. And life is too sacred to miss even one single sunrise from nursing a black eye. That said, indifference is the greatest crime. I never turn my back on decent folks in trouble. And if I learned anything in Baton Rouge, aside from damn good bourbon chicken, it was that, oh man, do I hate zombies. Yeah, I tell you, there's a real enlightenment to be found on the open road, with no witness but the cinemascope sky. Solitude's the only real test of character. To be out there on your own is to see deep inside yourself. But soul-searching means nothing to those who don't have one. And solitude is no fortress against the walking dead. No. We need to stick together. This is a test of character forged in fire. I've been tinkering with these instruments of death, and I think they'll do the trick. Still need a test run, though. Preferably somewhere we don't knock over any picket fences.
Our intrepid fucking hero. Pretty impressive stunt you pulled out there. I got my good eye on you. Hey, Cassie! This is the one.
Hey there, hot stuff. I like your style. And your weapon.
Cassandra's our resident Mary Magdalene. Don't let those doe eyes fool you. She'll eat you up.
I do have a big appetite. Comes with being Southern, I guess. Not that Jesus here would notice. He's immune to my female charms. Boy's got no spunk. Anyway, Che, I need to talk to you. There's an issue with, you know.
Who's doing the pickup?
I am.
And who else?
I'm going solo. I can handle myself just as well as...
Not gonna happen, babe. You could get your pretty little ass hurt bad out there.
Your concern is heartwarming, Che. I'm sure it's got nothing to do with wanting to keep an eye on me.
Trust issues. Hey, feel like doing us a favor? Call it your ticket to a new Jerusalem when we finished building it.
If that's the kind of company you're talking about, well then, I might be flexible. Very, very flexible.
She's talking about sexual positions. That's what that little pause was. It's her idea of subtlety.
Fuck off. We could get to know each other better. I'd like to find out what lies beneath those still waters. Oh, and don't worry. It's not far. And we won't do anything you don't want to do. Okay with you, Jesus? What the fuck happened here? Somebody's been tampering with the security. We need to be careful. Lucky thing I have you here. Maybe I'll get to see you flex your muscles. Careful. Motion sensors. Yeah, B's paranoid. He really treasures his privacy. I don't recognize those outfits. Fuck's sake, who wears purple to a death match? No sense of fashion whatsoever. There's a box over there somewhere. I've seen B use it. Controls the laser grids. If we could get that reactivated. Hold on. I remember B telling me the place connects to the sewers. With the security on the fritz, you know, eyes open. Another one of these little countermeasures. Keeps the drag out. They don't like being zapped. Careful. Watch your step. This wasn't here the last time, I swear. He's got some serious trust issues. Think you can figure it out? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna level with you. It's better for everyone if this package doesn't end up with those fucking morning light hippies. We're a different breed, you and I. We're better than they are. So let me take this with me and go through that door, and I will owe you a favor. A big one. Do we have a deal? I have to go. Believe me, I hate this as much as you do. We'll see each other again when the both of us have grown a bit. I'd like that very much. Take care, okay? When I'm ready for you, you'll know where to find me. I promise.
Bunavelza has repurposed the world we built. This is where the souls of the saved are kept, ready to be reborn in the new world.
I could probably raise the IQ of this video by quoting Epicurus here, but I'd rather just point out that this is the anime version of Noah's Ark.
I can only assume I was in the hands of God. I was part of his plan, so he took me and prepared me for the role that I had to play.
This game feels like it was designed to trick weebs into attending church.
If you did that, and the world ends before the 13th...
Kingsmouth is a book of secrets, an illuminated manuscript waiting for those who would read between the lines. I've seen it spelled out, the hidden truth of this blighted Garden of Eden. For are we not seekers of knowledge, you and I? Even a man of God can have his eyes open to further enlightenment and illumination. To be illuminated under the eye. The pyramid? The Illuminati. I'm with the Illuminati. I don't have a badge or anything like that. I'm what you might call a hobbyist member. But I earned it. I did extensive research on the net. The code words I followed led me to forums. Secret forums. Forums that don't show up on Google. And I'm an avid poster. A valued poster. I know there are paths in Kingsmouth not on any map. The work of the Illuminati is everywhere. A secret gospel, chapter and verse throughout the town. Signs and formulae. That's why you're here, isn't it? Now, my work is not exhaustive. There are elements of our grand plan I may have overlooked. Tiny, tiny details still left unexplored. I trust we have each other's disclosure. There's a glint to your eyes that I recognize from the bathroom mirror. You've walked Kingsmouth's secret trails, yes? What was it like? Was it illuminating? Were you enlightened? If it weren't for circumstance and my duty to the Lord, I would join you, document your expedition. Although, those are not the only paths. Some run deeper, more hidden. Tap your foot on any paving stone down Main Street, and you might hear the echo of Illuminati history. Oh yes, Solomon Priest and Isaac Fletcher put this soil to work when they raised Kingsmouth above and below. Why, the whole of Solomon County is positively riddled with tunnels. But I wouldn't expect most people to notice. They're too enclosed by their simple lives to comprehend the secret world around them, below them. You can't stop now. I know that feeling intimately. The desire to keep digging. That glint won't fade. The restlessness in your heart won't slow. The voices won't fall silent. Dig further. Dig deeper. Always deeper.
Organic could lacerate white-hot fractals into this hypothetical can from around the corner. And you'd only know it happened on a 250,000...
Hi. Hey. Hello. I know you. I mean, not you, the collective you. Whatever the collective is for superhero.
I'm starting to think they're doing this on purpose. Lost satellite signal again. Word is we're not going to see any... Another one of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Men? Welcome to the party. Dig in. There's enough cake for everyone.
It's not sarcasm. He isn't capable of sarcasm.
Well, she's right. I'm Blake. This is my associate, Ms. Radcliffe. We represent an independent think tank, working with the CDC, troubleshooting agency, for particular kinds of trouble. Like Mount Vernon, Iowa last summer. You didn't hear about what happened there. That's my point. We're a long-term, goal-oriented organization. Our role here is to maintain a scientific overview of the situation, not to intervene. And that's what we've been doing. Not intervening. Maintaining a scientific overview of the situation, despite continuing setbacks that someone with a high-risk skill set might be better aligned to deal with.
He means you. And I'm sure I didn't need to say that bit. Those things, those monsters, they're tearing up our perimeter. I mean, actually tearing it up and carrying it off. This has the potential to be bad on so many levels.
On multiple levels.
A flight of superheroes? A fray?
We're done here. I know it's not pretty out there, but you don't always get a chance to call it when your coin is in the air. Our business is increasing the statistical average for the next toss. That's adaptive science.
Mr. Blake isn't really a people person, and the people of Kingsmouth need that satellite line so badly. Sometimes the greater good doesn't feel very good at all. I don't exactly make the need-to-know level for what's really going on, aside from the obvious. But I do need to know. The group has helicopters flying most nights. Black helicopters, I'm not even kidding. Somewhere out at the airport. Obviously, this is all highly confidential information. Far too confidential for me to have overheard. But I'd rather you find out this way before I'm in deep enough to be told. While I can still make like a church-going girl with a clear conscience. Not that Blake will let me visit the church here. Off limits, like the rest of town.
You know the ground rules of an occult outbreak. Quarantine, quarantine.
Quarantine.
Did I miss something?
Who the hell goes there? Identify yourself. Goddamn. Thought you might be one of them. You better be more careful. Accidents can happen when you sneak up on a man. Put it there. I understand perfectly. Man's gotta guard his handshake. Gives away a lot of a person's soul. I'm not talking about that palm reading shit. Shake a man's hand, you get a sense of his worth, his past and present. See the wear on these? Metalworking hands. For fixing things up. Or breaking them. Real slow. No secrets. All in plain sight. More than you can say for this island. You got the back and the stomach for digging deep. All manner of shit comes out. But nothing I haven't seen the likes of in my line of work. You're thinking there's nothing dangerous about what I do. You'd be wrong. I can tell you all about what people try to hide behind a coat of white paint. Generator's been acting up, which is fine during the day, but at night, they get bolder when the lights are out, the sea beasts. And my aim gets worse. Makes it hard to tell friend from foe. I think it's in everybody's best interest if those runway lights stay on. I've been up and down the coast. Up and down a whole bunch of coasts, my whole life. A lot of machine shops, engine yards, planes, boats, big boats. You could say I was a born fixer, a can-do man. The bosses point me at a problem, they know it's gonna get fixed. I'll find a way. Their spirit doesn't break easy, the sea beasts. Spending more time working them over than seeing to the planes. They're about as resilient and twice as stubborn. The sea breeze things tough, scours out weakness. That's how it works. So I really have to go to town with the power tools. This storm, everything in it, it'll pass. That's the straight truth. And you know you can believe it because I'm all about certainty. Goes with my line of work. A certain method and certain results. No one wants to put their life or money in the hands of a betting man. Come on, you piece of junk. We got business to be getting on with, you and I. Oh, you came in quiet. Shit. My senses are getting dulled in here. Got used to the creeps outside. They don't have a light touch. And neither do I. Cracking deadheads keeps my swing in shape and the cabin fever at bay. Man gotta be comfortable with scant company. With keeping to himself. Say, you come from town. Any reception out there? Police, CB? Even the LPFM gospel channel, I ain't choosy. Nah, just dead air. Not even the score from the Red Sox game. This place is off the radar. So here I am, sitting with my thumb up my ass, Tune in static. Like I said, dead. Air. Don't waste your time out at the mast. Ain't the kind of equipment you can patch up with duct tape and a wire hanger. No, you just keep on with whatever you gotta do. Elsewhere.